one stopped in the middle of the recitation of the Shema, there is anywhere from Shema Yisrael, the beginning of the first passage, until Ha'oretz, on the earth, at the end of the second passage, and his intention was due to the unavoidable circumstances that forced him to stop his recitation. For example, he had to go to relieve himself, or excrement was found in the room. If he waited for the duration of the time in which he could have completed the entire Shema, he must go back to the beginning of the Krias Shema and begin again. Okay, so let's do again this commentary. If one stopped in the middle of the recitation of the Shema, there is anywhere from the Shema Yisrael, so I mean in the first line, beginning of the first passage, until Ha'oretz, okay, the end of the second passage. So, okay, commentary. The Vayorme passage, whose recitation is not biblically mandated, is a part of the Shema, right? As we said before, is not included for the purpose of this halacha. In Agadim, Mitzudas Tahav, see introduction to CF 64. Okay, so as we said before, the first two passages are biblical, and third is rabbinical. Why? Because the third one, when we say about cities, but we mentioned because there's a theme of Exodus of Egypt, which we have to remember like every day. So that's why the third passage was added, plus Kitzur of Kitzur, of course. So basically, so what we said so far. So if he had to interrupt for whatever reason, we're going to see what the reason was, from the word Shema Yisrael until the end of the second passage, and his interruption was due to unavoidable circumstance, right, that forced him to stop his recitation. So as we said, maybe he went to the bathroom. Okay. So commentary. This refers only to the circumstances in which he is halakhically forbidden to recite the rest of the Shema. So meaning, if he wants to do the rest, he's not allowed to. For example, as Kitzur detailed further this year, when we forced by other circumstances, it is not considered interruption with regard to the Shema, and he did not start again from the beginning. So maybe he said he had a bad thought, so he's trying to chase away with his bad thoughts. So in this case, even if it takes him a minute or so it's not going to be considered interruption. For example, he had to go to relieve himself, right? Or excrement was found in the room. Okay, so, meaning in olden days, children, they didn't have diapers; they would just go. If he waited for the duration of the time, in which he could have completed the entire Krias Shema, which is, as we understand, not too long, he must go back to the beginning Krias Shema and begin again. Commentators say this is the measure for which individual, based on the time, it would make him to recite the entire Shema. My understanding, it's the difference is in seconds. It's not like a huge difference between person to person. Maybe 1 minute, perhaps. It does not mean that the time would take him to recite from where he was until the end, but rather the time it would take him to recite the entire Shema from the beginning to the end.